Hola.
Hola.
So, if we're going to make it to 9 billion people, how to keep the world on track? I want you to think about this idea while we ride this train. I'll give you some worrying data initially, then I'll continue on with some better news, and then finally I will give you some ideas to act. Every second, the world's population grows by 2 people. That means that since I started talking, we already have about 30 new urban dwellers. That also means that we have about 180,000 new urban citizens each day. This is important, right? Because we need to provide them with food, jobs, education. But it is also a big challenge because cities are key to sustainability. Cities are responsible for at least 80% of the world's carbon emissions. One of the main reasons why cities are so important is because of transport. Transport consumes at least half of the world's liquid fossil fuels, gasoline, you know. And for instance, in the United States, they consume 850 million gallons of crude oil per day. That comes down to about 2-3 gallons per person per day. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. It's as if you and me, all of us together, would change our transport patterns and then go and drive our little cars lonely up and down the highways, or as if we didn't bike. We're taking this train all together today, right? That's a little bit better. Transport is also responsible for at least 1/4 of the world's energy-related CO2. And in developing countries like mine, transport is responsible for at least 80% of air pollution in cities. You've seen this many times, right? In developing countries. You've seen how we want to get out of our public transport, whatever it is, in this case trucks, into motorcycles, into cars. Is that the only way to go about it? Well, this is all sort of boring information at the beginning, worrying data, right? It's all really about how you process that information. Will you change your lifestyle if you process these percentages, these numbers? Will you, dear viewer in Caracas, Venezuela, where gasoline costs much less than drinking water, drive less? Will you live closer? Will you live smaller? Will you do it for sustainability? That's a key question. Is there a way to avoid this endless gridlock? And do people have something to do with that? All right. Now to the good news, okay? We're finished with the boring data, and I have a very good news for you. We are still on time to change these transport patterns. We are still on time to change the way we plan our cities. In Latin America, for instance, we still have very small percentages of daily trips by car. This means people walk, people take the bus, whatever, not because they want to, but because they have to. They don't have the money to get their car, to become addicted to their car yet. As average income levels increase, they will probably get the money to get their car and then become addicted to the car. All right. I want you to close your eyes for 5 seconds and imagine the following. I want you to close your eyes and imagine mentally that you are in Colombia. All right. What comes to mind? 2 people, please. One over here. What comes to mind? Sir. What comes to mind?
The music.
The music. Very good. Another one. Colombia. What? Drugs. No, I was hoping you would say the amazing beauty of the nature, the amazing pristine beaches in the Pacific and the Caribbean, right? But no.
Falcao.
Colombia, Falcao, very good. Colombia is an immense country, 27 times the size of the Netherlands, 45 million people. Yet, it is a country where we have very low levels of motorization still. We still don't have many cars, for example. In the United States, they have roughly between 1,000 cars for every 1,000 inhabitants. In Colombia, we have between 80 and 100 cars for every 1,000 inhabitants. We're still a long way to becoming addicted to the car, for example. But how to make people act? Is it important to make people act? Or do we just depend on the politicians to fix it for us? They will fix it, right? Politicians. Well, I am a researcher at a globally renowned university right here in Maastricht. I believe in data, but I do know that theories and regressions will not save the world. There's people like you and me who have to do something. I hope you're doing something for your city as well. This is what we're doing in Colombia. We are combining academic evidence with urban activism, and we're trying to make it appealing. We're trying to make it cool. We're trying to make it sexy. Sexy is the right word. What is urban activism for you? Well, it's attacks. It's artistic attacks, creative attacks, preemptive attacks. That sounds a bit weird, gives a whole new idea to this concept of preemptive attack, if you know what I mean. Is it dangerous? Well, there's nothing more dangerous than somebody who actually wants to make the world a better place. That's another urban artist, Banksy, who said it before. So we're doing this. We are building symbolic cycle lanes all over the country, where before politicians only planned our cities to become addicted to Your Majesty, the car. We are also giving people the chance, empowering them, showing them how to build their own pedestrian pathways, where before streets were only for Your Majesty, the car. It's symbolic. It's only artistic. It's only symbolic. It's not our duty, right? Well, I want to warn you about something. This September 22nd, you will see something major about this. We are going to 5 continents. We're doing this simultaneously. The largest tactical urbanism event you have ever seen. Is it crazy? Well, this is the message that I want to leave with you today. There is nothing more important than creativity, right? And every great idea must begin and go through a phase during which it is considered to be absolute craziness. Academic evidence is also important. We are doing informal beer Mondays with experts so that we can pre-digest and digest hard numbers better. We are also doing applications via social media so that we can promote better urban habits. We're also getting people, popular social models, popular social figures as role models, getting them on electric bicycles, tweet Facebook about what they're doing, powerful messages to the followers. I will stop here today, but I will leave you with this. This is Colombia. Right there, next to the Caribbean. And we have accomplished at least 50,000 citizens to follow our official proposals to politicians. 1/4 of local governments have accepted and finalized our interventions. And more importantly, we have proved that ordinary people can do extraordinary things for the cities. So I hope you give yourself a chance to do something extraordinary for your city as well.
Thank you very much.